At any junction, the sum of all the currents entering that junction will be equal to the sum of the currents leaving that junction.
Okay, that we say it is as a Kirchhoff's junction rule, as well as we were also discuss the Kirchhoff's voltage rule, right? What is the
Yes, sir.
Kirchhoff junction rule? What is the Kirchhoff's voltage rule? We were discussing in previous class. Followed by that, we were also discuss Wheatstone bridge. What Wheatstone bridge states us or explains us. Wheatstone bridge works on Kirchhoff laws, but it has a condition. On particular condition base, it will work. What is that condition? When the potential difference across the galvanometer is constant, as well as the current flowing through the galvanometer is equal to 0. Therefore, the current Ig equal to 0 in the Wheatstone bridge. Therefore, we can find the unknown resistance out of 4 ohms in a Wheatstone bridge, like the principle of P by Q equal to R by S formula based. Okay, for that we have a small application here. You are seeing on the screen the 4 arms of a Wheatstone bridge. 3.6 have 3.6 have the following resistance: AB equal to 100 ohms, and BC equal to 10 ohms, and CD equal to 5 ohms, as well as DA equal to 60 ohms. We are having, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
this is a supply. This complete bridge works with the supply of 10 volts external supply EMF E. Now, we have to consider from this we have so many loops. If you take that positive terminal to this is all complete outside, it is a one loop, and inside another loop, loop 2, loop 3, okay, and from inside and loop 4, like that 4 loops will get. But as per this question, as questioner asked, the 4 arms of Wheatstone bridge have following resistance, and AB equal to, and BC equal to, CD equal to, and DA equal to has given. What we need to find here, that is the most important thing. What we need to find here usually, we need to find here also same by using the Wheatstone bridge concept, the unknown resistance in the circuit. Unknown resistance, but here all other resistances are known. Then how can we find the unknown resistance? But we know that here some quantities are unknown, that is the current which is passing from the through the circuit, and what are the I1 and I2 we need to find. Okay, for that purpose we have here the way of approach. If you see that, let us consider first loop. Any one loop will consider. Uh, can I consider like this? B first loop. B loop one. Sorry. The loop one is B A D B. What is the B A D B? You know, here the B is starting and D A B. So this is a complete loop. Are you able to see on the screen? Right.
Yes, sir.
So now from this loop, if you apply, let us say it starts from the B, okay? And if it is starts from the B, how can we take the equation in the circle or in the loop? Can you tell me how we can take the loop in this circuit with respect to B, D, A, B? First, the galvanometer current will come. The first case, if you take up, and second case, what you will get, and third case, what you will get. B,
Fifth. 15 into
E,
Ig.
like I can write, yeah, 15 Ig. Since why you are taking 15? 15 is a resistance and Ig is a current. Okay, we know from the basic formula V equal to I into R. Product of currents and resistance. Sum of the products of currents and resistance in the circuit is equal to the total supply in the circuit across the closed loop is called as Kirchhoff voltage law. According to that, if you take out 15 Ig, then coming to the branch of dA, it is for this current is coming downwards, then our approach is upwards. So therefore, these two are opposite. So minus 60 I2 I can write here. Then next, coming to AB. AB is in the direction of approach only. So therefore, plus 100 I1 equal to 0. This is the first one. Let us say, can we take any common from this all? 15 means with respect to 5 we can take 3 Ig minus 3 into 20 I2, sorry, 5 no, 5 with the 60, 5 12 ja, is it right?
Yes, sir.
5 12 ja, 5 12 ja gives us 60. So this is Ig and 12 I2 plus 5 20 ja is 100 equal to 0, right? So since we have taken 520 is 100, then we can take the common, therefore that is equal to 0, equation 1. Now let us consider loop 2. What we can take from the B? B, C, D, B. Can we?
Yes, sir.
So loop 2 is B, C, D, B. Since you have taken B, C, D, B, then we can write that. Can you B means as where it has started same, and but it went towards the C side. So I1 minus Ig into how much? 10 ohms has given. So 10, and next CD branch is opposite minus I2 plus Ig and 5 ohms. The next Ig across Ig minus 15 Ig equal to 0. Now here also we can take up the common after multiplying inside. We can simplify this equation. Can we?
Yes,
How
sir.
to simplify this? I have to multiply inside and I have to simplify. For that purpose I am choosing the other color, therefore it is visible clearly. 10 I1 minus 10 Ig minus 5 I2 minus into minus plus 5 Ig minus 15 Ig. This is 10 I1, right? Since it is 10 I1, any I1 other component is there? No.
No.
So since we don't have other component, 10 I1 as it is I can write. So 10 I1 if I can write as it is, then I have the next Ig. There are so many quantities of Ig in the equation. 10 Ig minus 15 Ig, and here minus 15 Ig. Minus 15 Ig minus 15 Ig. How much it can gives us? It gives us
Minus 30.
P minus 30 Ig minus 30 Ig. Then it gives minus 5i2. Now, from this equation, if I'll take 5 common, I have the equation can be written as 2i1, 5 2 ja 10, 5 15 ja 30, right? Minus 5i2. It became i2 equal to 0. So, now I can write this is as the equation 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Next, one more loop I have to consider. Sir, why more loops, sir? Because I need to find the two variables. At least I should have the three equations to find out. So, one more, if I'll consider, that is, I can write, as I told you, I have a chance of four loops here. So, A, D, C, E, A. Matlab, you can see from here to here, A, D, C, E, A, right? So when I consider the loop 3, A, D, C, E, A, here E in the sense that is a EMF place. When I consider this, first I should start from where A. When I start A, in the direction of the current I have to choose. Okay, so here 60 I2 is in positive. Next, after that D2C, it is also in the direction of current. 5, I'm writing directly 5i2 plus 5ig. Can I?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Next, after that, the next one is direct voltage I'm having. Voltage in which direction it is acting? Voltage obviously opposite. When we discuss the sign convention, according to Kirchhoff voltage law, the sum of the product of the current and resistance gives in the loop is equal to the total EMF supplied in the loop. So on that base, if I'll come back to the voltage, then I can write that is equal to V. V is here 10 volts I am writing. No need to write V because this is already voltages, sum of the voltages we are taking. Okay, and here this is 5, right? Yeah, this is 5, right? This is 60. So here also I can take 5 common either sides. Then I can write this is 12 5 ja 60. 12 I2 I can write plus I2. This is also I2. Both are I2s are there. Then it can be written as okay. I2 13 I2 plus Ig equal to 2. Okay. So this equation gives us equation 3. Now we got three equations. Our aim is to find the unknown quantities. What are the unknown quantities? The currents are unknown quantities in the circuit. Okay. So therefore, what I'm doing, this equation 2, whatever the equation 2 we got, that I'm multiplying with the 10. So conveniently we will get the suitable equation to other. What is the equation to this? If you multiply with the 10, how much it will become? Into 10. It is 20 I1 minus 150 Ig minus 10 I2 equal to 0. So whenever I multiply this equation, I can use my conveniently to find the unknown quantities in the circuit. So how I can conveniently use it? Equation 1 and equation 4. This is become equation 4. Now equation 1 is this. Equation 1 and equation 4, whenever I am solving, then I will have Shall I go for next? 20 I1 and next what is that equation 2? Equation 2 is this 15? Equation 2 is 15 or how much it is? No, no, this is we have to suppose to change. We did not change here. This is not the 15 actually. We took common 5 no. So
Yes,
6, 6,
sir.
sorry, this is 6. So therefore here 10 minus, when you are multiplying with the 10, then it is in the equation 60. Here it is 60. Okay. So now 20 I1 minus 60 IG minus 10 I2. 20 I1 minus 60 IG minus 10 I2 equal to 0. Is that right? Minus 60 Ig minus 10 I2. And what is the equation 1? 3 Ig minus 12 I2. 3 Ig minus 12 I2. And next plus 20 I1 plus 20 I1 equal to 0. Now, if you solve these two, we will get one more equation. So with respect to that, we will find the any one of unknown quantity. So how can you? This is Ig. Ig for Ig we have to write. So can we write like modified equation? I'll write like this. 3 Ig, no? Is that 3 Ig for
Yes,
us?
sir.
Yes, 3 Ig. So what I'll do? 3 Ig with respect to Ig I'm writing. 12 I2 minus 12 I2. And next 20 I1. So 20 I1. 3 Ig is plus 1, you know. So I'm erasing this part. So now we can solve easily. Minus plus, we can cancel. And here if you become plus, then it becomes 63 Ig. And minus with plus, if I'll write minus 12 10. How much? Minus 2 I2 equal to 0. Now we got a equation 63 Ig minus 2 I2 equal to 0. Shut. Equal to 0. So this became one more equation for us, minus 2 I2 equal to 0. Now this equation we can write, since it is minus 2 I2, how can you compare with the other equations? This is the fifth one. Is in the question any value has given? Galvanometer resistance is given.
Uh,
Ig equal to uh, how much it is? 15 ohms. Galvanometer resistance 15 ohms as given, but Ig in the current flowing through that it is not given. But I think I hope can we find that? Okay, we'll think 63 Ig equal to 63 Ig equal to what we can write up? Mm, 63 by 2 is I2 equal to. It gives us 32.5.
um, ye- yes, sir. So I think
No, 31.5.
31. 31.5.
Yeah. This is I2 value. Now what I'm doing, this I2 value we have to substitute in any one equation, which gives the previous. Uh, Go with the third equation. Why? Third equation is also having the same variables, I2 and Ig. So
Yes.
13 I2 plus Ig equal to 13 I2 plus Ig equal to how much? 2. Now what I am doing simply, in a place of I2, I am writing 31.5 Ig and plus Ig gives us 2. Now 13 into 31, how much? 13 5 ja 65, 6. 13 1 ja 13, 19. So 9. 13 3 ja 39, 13 and 40. So I can write this is 40.4
No, 409.5.
9.5 Ig plus Ig equal to 2. So 409 can become plus Ig, one more Ig is added, it become 410.5 Ig equal to 2. Therefore, Ig, the current flowing through the galvanometer, 410.5 by 2. Therefore, it gives us 205.25
Inside.
amperes. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this is in terms of amperes we have taken the Ig value. We found the Ig here. Since you found the Ig, we can also find easily I2 value and as well as I1 also. Why? How can you, if you substitute this Ig value in the other circuits, you will find easily, right? In the above equation, let us say 13 I2 plus Ig. In this only you substitute, you will get I2 value, right now.
Yes,
13
sir.
I2, okay? And Ig is already 205.5 something. Then if I send the other side, it become 2 minus 205 something. So it become 203.25. So I2 equal to minus 203.25 by 13. So how
So
much it?
it have like negative sign.
Negative sign, of course, the current is in opposite direction. We can say that with respect to the battery here. But here we are not worrying about the negative sign, just it is the magnitude, we are following that. Okay,
Yes. Okay, sir.
so no need to bother about that. This is a way we can follow, we can apply in all the cases, any Kirchhoff's laws problems, which one this problem comes, we have to approach in that way. So when you follow this approach, then we can easily achieve the things. But you need patience in current electricity initially. Once you got a idea, then automatically you will be get into that, you will get the results easily. Okay, that's not a big problem for us.